Right now, we're being joined virtually by Barrister Foluso Olapo, a public affairs analyst. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning this morning. I hope you guys are great.
Yes, good morning.
It's another day, a great day, irrespective of the hardship. Let
Yes.
us know that tough times never last.
I like that
Therefore,
optimism. I like that.
I
In respect
like
of,
it.
the economic hardship in this
Yes.
country, let's keep a positive mind. So
Yeah.
welcome to the show. All right, so let's start off with the Punch newspaper, which talks about this upcoming protest. The secretary to the government of the federation, ministers are holding emergency meeting. President Tinubu is begging the youth to shelve this particular strike, saying that he's listening or he's doing something about their grievances. But let's get your thoughts about this August 1st protest. What do you see about it? What outcome do you hope would come out before and
yes.
even after the protest?
Okay, first and foremost, let me say this, that it is a constitutional right for every Nigeria to hold protests. Anybody that is aggrieved by any government decision, policy, or whatever has the fundamental human right under our constitution to protest. Secondly, no one needs to get a police permit to protest. What the law says is that where there's going to be a protest, then the police should protect the protesters so that it will not go out of hand. So the outbursts of police and every other government agencies before now has been that of an affront on the right of the people, stating that they will not allow the people to protest. Who is the police to say that? The police are supposed to be the servants, the protectors of the people, and not their leaders. And they are not, even the military themselves even say they are ready, they are battle ready. They should realize this, that we are not in a banana republic. We are a federal republic of Nigeria under God, and where sovereignty belongs to the people. And when the people says they are going to protest, to that extent, no one has the right to commit any atrocities against them. Firstly, by telling them that they cannot protest. It is infuriating. It is disheartening that in this 21st century, the agencies of government are still standing as if they are not agencies of the state, and that they are just dogs of the federal government. They are not. They are being paid by the people's money, and to that extent, they have to respect the people. Now, having said that, we are in a democratic society. Democracy, grows on dialogues, conflict dialogue. And if not, then the judiciary wouldn't have been the third arm of government. Because people understand this fact, that human beings are not perfect, and that there will be times that there will be conflict, even between husband and wives. Like even the Yorubas will say, they say the teeth and the tongue fight, but no one knows when they settle it between themselves. So if the teeth and the tongue that are supposed to be working together, to be living in the same house, could fight, then who are just human beings that came from different wombs, different environments, different families and all. So there's these tendencies that there must be misunderstandings. Third, the policies of government hitherto, how has it been to the people? Why the government is telling the people to sacrifice? They are building 21 billion naira houses for themselves. Why the government are telling people to make sacrifices? The National Assembly members that are supposed to be the mouthpiece of the people are riding 160 million naira car. These cars are purchased from other economies, thereby, you know, making, empowering the other economy against our own. The presidency himself, the presidency in itself, even the first supplementary budget they made, almost over 50% of that budget is tailored towards the president and his family and every other person around him, not about the people. Why Mr. President was, happy removing subsidy without even planning to cushion it, they made Nigerians to become paupers or beggars by throwing rice at them that they call in the name of palliative. What is the meaning of palliative in the first place? That too is an affront on the people. Palliative is something you have to do to revive somebody that is dying, something that is urgent that you have to do. It's a medical term. So if people are saying this, and for 1 year and even over a year, government appears not to be concerned about what is happening to the people, then to that extent, the people has the right to protest. And what is the reason for that protest? That is the things that I have given. If we know that, like that they continually burden us with, that Mr. President inherited a bad economy. Of course, he knew that, and he said we should not pity him for that. And he said that was why he applied for that job in the first place. So he's gotten the job, and is making the political class to be heavy, while the populace is cannot even afford 1 meal a day. So to that extent, the people has the right to protest. What the government has the right to ensure that it dialogues with the protesters. So the meeting they are holding today is late. Of course, they can still meet some things, but it's very late. This notice, I remember, has been given almost a month now. So what were they doing all those while? They kept telling the police and the military to be ready. Is it for assault or to kill the citizens? Because if you kill your citizens, then who are you going to lead at the end of the day? So we remember what happened in Lekki, Lagos. We remembered the SARS #SARS started peacefully for almost a whole week until somebody decided otherwise and threw the military against them. Then it became yam pepper scatter, if there is anything like that, topsy-turvy. So, and if care is not taken, and that is what these people too will do, irrespective of the fact that they led the protest against Jonathan in 2012, and Jonathan never used the military against them. Now it is their turn. So that means it is right what the Yoruba says, that an executioner will not allow people to hold cutlass in his presence. So they do not want to taste their own bitter pill. So what they should have done before now is this. This thing is not hidden. It was all over the social media. Protest against bad governance. Mr. President cannot be telling us now that it's needless. In fact, that is another affront, an insult to the people. Why will you tell me that what I'm feeling when needless? So are you trying to beat me and not allow me to cry? Since you are beating me, so give me the privilege to cry. I have the right to cry when you are beating me. Now they are telling us that we should not cry. No, we should cry. I think we should cry.
Then let's let you land before we take a look at something else.
Okay. Then if they do not want me to cry, what they should do is to call me. Dialogue. That's the essence of democracy. Call the leaders of these people. What do you actually want? How do you want us to go by this? If somebody is a leader A leader doesn't stand on his own understanding of things alone. And that is why he has advisors, special advisors, senior special advisor, advisor to the advisor, advisor to the advisor to the advisor. All of them.
You know,
So, and if he can't get,
it's one thing to have
and if he can't,
advisors. Yeah, it's one thing to have advisors, and it's another thing to have capable
yes,
advisors.
that's what I actually want to say. So if you're like what I used to advise our leaders should advise the advisors to advise them well. So in case they cannot advise them well, then to that extent they should look elsewhere for advice. And that is why they need to call the leaders of these people that are planning the protest. So what do you want? How do we go about it? Let us join together in making this nation great. So protest will, something might happen at the end of the day. You might have a good mind in whatever you want to do. That's the way an elder talks to people. That even to younger ones, that even the younger ones, even when they have a very bad intention in the first place, but because of the word of the elders, they will sheath their sword. Like the Yorubas will say again, words can bring cola from the pocket, the same way it can bring gun from the pocket. So the word can make and break anything.
Yes.
So they are using their words badly now, and it's going to affect them. And I am praying that they should get an understanding of what is happening now. An hungry man is an angry man. An hungry man will not mind to die because it doesn't have anything anymore. Somebody that is hungry. That is why I just like the Yorubas. They have this word. That is why they said when hunger is removed from suffering, suffering is as well over.
Yeah.
So but the hunger is not removed from suffering. To that extent, whatever you tell them that's negative, it's going to boomerang. So don't let Mr. President tell us that it's needless. It is not needless.
All right, let's come in. Let me come in here. Let's look at something else. I'm so glad you made recommendations as to how this can be solved. Manner of approach was one of the things you said. But let's take a look at this headline on the front page of the Punch. You know, when there's an abduction by terrorists, it's all over the papers. Now, but for the first time in a while, we have a rescue mission that was successful. And on the front page of the Punch, you have this one: military hands over rescued Chibok girl and 330 others to Borno government. And then you have pictures of these rescued individuals. Now, this calls for celebration, don't you think?
But do you remember that last week or early this week, some people too were abducted in a hand over to Ipele in Ondo State?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so if they are doing that, what happens to the other one?
That's what I'm saying.
So there's nothing to. So that's what I'm saying. There's nothing to clap for. There's nothing to be jollificate for. There's nothing to rest for. You cannot go if you are going to your hometown today. I'm sorry, I don't even know your names. If you are going to your hometown now, you will first go to Anorioke, whether in Lagos or anywhere, to pray for 3 days and fast and do anything, just to go to your hometown. Nothing, so that you will go safely and you come back safely. Somebody will not kidnap you on the way. So is that, can we say that there is security? So why they are doing that? Okay, I thank them for at least trying to do that. And you know, this Chibok girls they are talking about has been almost up to 10 years now, to 2004 or thereabout. I've forgotten. During Jonathan, 2014 years. So they've been there almost 10 years. So now you are saying we should now begin to go and get Sonny Ade or Ebenezer Obey to come and.
I think we should not be sentimental about this thing, and let's not sensationalize it, right? This is a headline. Okay. People have been rescued. It's fine. If nothing is done, you cry. But something has been done. Is it not okay to give kudos?
This is what I'm saying. And I said I appreciate them for that.
Okay.
But why they are doing that, why they are doing that, some others are being kidnapped in Ondo State.
And we do hope that those others will be rescued as well.
Almost the same time they are rescuing those people. Then to that extent, what they are doing, what I'm saying is that what they are doing it cannot be said to be the best for now. And they know. So if they are sensationalizing, sorry, sensationalizing it and all that,
Yeah.
what happens to the other one? That is why we are here, to tell them that, okay, thank you, you've done that, we appreciate you. For 10 years they have been there and all this, thank you for bringing them back. But please, they are still kidnapping some people in so place. So that's just what we are saying. We are not saying they are not working, but of course they know. They themselves know where these girls are. They themselves know who the kidnappers are. They themselves, they know the Boko Haram. They converse with them every day. So why? If they want this insecurity to end, they know what to do today to bring an end to it. But because some people are eating, feeding fat from it, and that is why we are still having what we are having till today. And that is where some people are angry that if you cannot sacrifice and you are calling us to sacrifice, then to that extent, let us kakuku daruka tunsha.
Okay.
All right, thank you very much. Let's move on to this Dangote and Mele Kyari feud. Now, the president of Gabon has invited Dangote to come and invest in cement and fertilizer production. Let's look at the optics for both Dangote and president of Gabon and other African countries. Do you think Dangote, and Dangote has also said that he's ready if the federal government wants to buy out his refinery. Do you think that Dangote might be looking into throwing the towel in as to investing in Nigeria, and what does that mean for Nigeria's economy?
Of course, anytime I look at the Nigerian projects, I think irrespective of the fact that every Nigerian is brilliant and very brilliant on their own, but Nigeria as a collective group is a collective nuisance. If individuals could be making it, then Nigeria as a whole, as collectively, we have been unable. For instance, let's even start from Dangote.
Okay.
Since Abacha era, we have been unable to have one out of our 4 refineries working. One, since time immemorial now, I can't even know when. Energy, which is the foundation of every thriving society.
Okay.
Which includes light, electricity, had been taken over by some people. And because why? Because they are importing generators and everything, they are making money. Our Nitel has been killed just because they want their cronies to, be having the money. Everything the cabals want in this country, they had it. And now, Mr. Dangote, whether you like him or not, he has benefited a lot from Nigeria, and he's giving back to Nigeria. I want to ask one question: is he the only one that has benefited enough? Is he the only rich man, even in Nigeria? Today, Dangote, apart from the federal government, apart from government, is the singular person that employs more than any other person in Nigeria. Whether in the refinery, whether in sugar, whether in cement, whether has a very great thing around. So you might not have liked him, but because he has gotten from Nigeria and given back to Nigeria, then to that extent, all of us commoners, we must, at this present time, support him.
I agree.
All right. Thank you very much.
I agree. Yes.
Foluso Olapo. I'm really enjoying this conversation,
yes.
but we can't go. We are behind schedule at the moment. But thank you very much. You have made an impactful discussion this morning, and I'm sure a lot of Nigerians have learned a lot from some of your thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yes.
You're welcome.